When we think about branding the inside of a building, we've come a long, long way from just hanging up a few posters. Today, businesses want to turn entire surfaces into media, a total experience. But the old ways of doing things, like vinyl wraps, they're just not cutting it anymore. So let's dive into this evolution and explore a truly modern solution. Right? This is the big question. It's the one that keeps facilities managers and brand managers up at night. You've got this amazing vision for an immersive branded environment, but how do you actually make it happen on a massive scale without it looking cheap or needing constant repairs? It's a huge challenge. And that challenge really brings us to what I like to call the branding wall problem. The ambition is there, for sure. We all want these huge, jaw-dropping graphics. The issue is that the traditional tools we've been using are, well, fundamentally flawed for the job. Look, vinyl wraps were a big step up, no doubt. They allowed for a scale that was pretty much impossible before, but they also brought along a whole new set of headaches, especially in busy commercial spaces. You've got visible seams that just shatter the illusion, and those peeling edges that, let's be honest, are inevitable. So let's really break it down. Let's get into the specifics of why these old methods, vinyl, commercial wallpaper, so often fall short of the promise. This slide just says it all, doesn't it? It's the classic gap between promise and reality. The vision is always this beautiful, seamless graphic that feels like it's part of the architecture itself. But the reality? It's often a constant battle against bubbling, peeling edges, and seams that basically scream, "Hey, I'm a giant sticker!" And here are the culprits. The adhesives fail, especially with humidity or just regular cleaning. Those seams are impossible to hide on a long wall. And what if you want to put a graphic on a cool textured surface, like brick? Forget it, unless you want to sink a fortune into prep work. Plus, you've got smelly, disruptive installations and the nightmare of inconsistent color from different vinyl batches. Each one of these failures costs real money, time, and a whole lot of frustration. Okay, so that's the problem. But what if you could get the promise without all that painful reality? This is where we see a fundamental shift in how we approach large-scale graphics. It's time for a truly modern solution. The solution is called direct-to-wall printing, and the technology is a total game changer. Instead of printing on some other material and sticking it on, a specialized printer literally jets ink directly onto the wall. No vinyl, no glue, and the best part, absolutely no seams. This is such a critical point. The graphic is no longer something you just apply to the wall, it becomes an integrated part of the wall. The wall is the canvas, and the result is a mural that looks like it was designed into the space from day one. Now, making that fundamental shift leads to some massive advantages over the old ways. And these aren't just small improvements. They are tangible benefits that solve the exact problems we just talked about. Let's start with the one that blows everyone away, speed. A typical installation is often done in under 5 hours. Just think about that for a second. An entire wall can be completely transformed with almost zero disruption to your business. No waiting around for days for things to cure, no lingering chemical smells. This chart just lays it all out nice and clear. When it comes to durability, direct-to-wall wins hands down. There are no edges to peel or seams to fail. For surface compatibility, it can print on almost anything, even brick or concrete block, without all that costly prep. And when you look at the entire life cycle, it's just way more efficient. It lasts longer, and when you're ready for a change, you just paint over it. No damaging the walls when you take it down. It's also a much more sustainable option, with no PVC or adhesive waste. And the benefits just keep stacking up. You get that perfect, high-def results every single time, which is absolutely critical for national brands that need consistency. The surfaces are durable and cleanable, and you completely eliminate the risk of materials getting damaged in shipping because everything happens right there, on site. Okay, so this all sounds amazing for one wall in one office. But the real question for any large organization is, can this really work across my 100 or even 1,000 locations? The answer is a resounding yes, but it takes a smart, systematic approach. You see, executing at scale isn't about winging it. It's about a deliberate, phased strategy. You start by auditing your sites so you know exactly what you're dealing with. Then you run a pilot on a few locations to perfect the process. From there, you can sequence the full rollout efficiently by region. And finally, you have strict quality assurance to make sure every single location looks absolutely perfect. This is how you deliver true consistency. And for anyone who's ever managed a national program, this right here is the golden ticket. On-site printing completely sidesteps the logistical nightmares of traditional rollouts. You can say goodbye to shipments getting lost or damaged and panels arriving in the wrong size. It makes the whole process so much more predictable and reliable. So when you put all of this together, it becomes really clear we're not just talking about another alternative. We're talking about the new standard. This is the future-ready choice for any brand that takes its physical space seriously. I really love this quote because it just nails the final result. These aren't just graphics anymore. They are architectural scale murals that feel completely integrated. They look like they belong there, like they were always meant to be part of the building. So let's just recap. You go with this modern approach when you need speed and reliability. When you need something that's going to last in high traffic areas. When you absolutely have to have consistent quality for a national program. And when you care about the total cost over time, not just the upfront price tag. Oh, and when you want a genuinely sustainable solution. And that really leaves us with one final thought. I want you to take a look at your own spaces and ask yourself this one simple question. Is your branding truly a part of your architecture, or is it just something stuck on the surface, kind of waiting to peel away? The answer to that might just change how you think about your walls forever.